Solubility. Water is a universal solvent. What is solubility? Anything which dissolves in water, they are called as soluble. You take a spoon of sugar and put it in water and stir it with a spoon. The sugar dissolves in water. So sugar is soluble. S-O-L-U-B-L-E. Soluble in water. Whereas you take chalk powder, try to mix it up in water, dissolve it in water, it doesn't dissolve. So chalk dust or chalk powder is insoluble in water. Insoluble. I-N-S-O-L-U-B-L-E. Insoluble in water. Similarly, if I ask you whether salt is soluble in water, yes, salt is soluble. What about sand? Sand is insoluble. Okay. Now we are talking only about solid materials like sand, sugar, salt, chalk powder. They are all solid materials. Some of them dissolve in water, some of them don't dissolve in water. What about liquids? What about liquids? Milk. Is it soluble in water? Yes, it is soluble in water. Lime juice. Lime juice. Is it soluble in water? Yes, it is soluble in water. Vinegar. Vinegar is also soluble in water. And what about kerosene? Kerosene is a liquid, correct? Kerosene is a liquid. Does it dissolve in water? No, it is not. It doesn't dissolve in water. So it is insoluble. Kerosene is insoluble. Any oil, coconut oil or groundnut oil or any other cooking oil, oils are insoluble. They don't dissolve in water. What about gaseous materials? Do they dissolve in water? Let us take the example of oxygen. Oxygen, does it dissolve in water? Yes, oxygen dissolves in water. How do we know? See, so many living beings, they are present inside water. They live in water. For example, fish live in water. Aquatic beings, aquatic living beings. They also need to breathe like us. They need oxygen for breathing. Okay, where do they get oxygen from? They don't come out of the water. Some amount of oxygen is dissolved in water. Some amount of oxygen is a gas, but it is dissolved in water. Fish takes that oxygen from the water, which is dissolved in water. Similarly, is there any other gas which is soluble in water? Carbon dioxide is another gas which is soluble in water. How do we know carbon dioxide is soluble in water? Some plants are submerged in water. They need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. For the purpose of photosynthesis, they need carbon dioxide. They take the carbon dioxide which is dissolved in water. So oxygen also dissolves in water. Carbon dioxide also dissolves in water. But certain gases like nitrogen and methane. See, Nitrogen, nitrogen, and methane, M-E-T-H-A-N-E, methane. That is another gas. These gases don't dissolve in water. They don't dissolve in water. When we talk about liquids, say for example, we saw lime juice. When you put it in water, it completely mixes up with water, dissolves in water. So lime juice is called as miscible. M-I-S-C-I-B-L-E, miscible liquid. Lime juice is a miscible liquid. Only for liquids we use this word. Take another example of a liquid. Kerosene. Kerosene, when you put it in water, how much ever you stir it, it doesn't mix up with water completely. So kerosene is called as immiscible. I-M-M-I-S-C-I-B-L-E. Lime juice is miscible liquid because it dissolves completely in water. Whereas kerosene or cooking oil is immiscible because they don't mix up completely with water. So here you can take different materials like chalk powder, coconut oil, sugar, lime juice, vinegar, kerosene, and put them in water in separate jars and test whether they are soluble or insoluble. If they are soluble, okay, you have to tick mark under soluble. If they don't dissolve, means if they are insoluble, you have to tick under insoluble. Chalk powder is insoluble. Coconut oil also insoluble. Coconut oil is a liquid, so we say immiscible. Sugar, soluble. Lime juice, soluble or miscible, because lime juice is a liquid. Vinegar is a liquid, so miscible. Kerosene, immiscible or insoluble. And next property about materials is their density. This property also helps us to classify objects or things, okay, according to their property. Density means what? What is the meaning of the density? How heavy an object is in relation to its size. In relation to its size. For example, if you want to take 1 kg of iron, it occupies very less space. In very less size, it weighs 1 kg. Whereas 1 kg of cotton, it weighs 1 kg, but it occupies huge space. A huge size of cotton only can weigh 1 kg. Okay, if it is heavy with small size, it is called as density. If it is heavy with huge size, then it is called as less dense, lighter or less dense. Okay, for example, wood is less denser than iron. Iron, 1 kg of iron occupies very less space, whereas 1 kg of wood occupies more space. Because it occupies more space, or when you take a small chunk of wood, okay, it weighs very, very less. It weighs less. Whereas same size of iron weighs more. Same size of wood weighs less. Same size of iron weighs more. So iron is denser, wood is less denser. If a thing is more denser than water, it sinks in water. See there, an example is shown on the screen. A coin, it's made up of some metals, correct? Coin, metal. It is denser than water. Okay? Means what? If you take same size water, okay, water which has some amount of water which occupies same size as this coin, water is less heavy, coin is more heavier. Okay, so coin is denser, water is less denser. Because coin is more denser, it sinks in the water. You take an example of a leaf. Leaf is less denser than water. So leaf floats on water. You understood? Any object which has a density less than water, it floats on water. If an object has a density more than water, it sinks in water. Now I'll ask you a question. What if a material has density just equal to that of water, then it floats just below the surface of water. It floats just below the surface of water. So density is another example of a property which helps us to classify things. And the last property that we are going to discuss here is transparency. What is transparency? Transparency. Objects can be divided or classified on the basis of their ability to allow light to pass through them. You will consider some examples. Glass. A glass sheet is there. If you pass light through it, the light completely passes through the glass sheet. So glass is called as transparent object. The material is transparent because it allows all the light to pass through it. Whereas you take a plywood or wooden sheet, wood sheet or plywood sheet or a cardboard sheet, try to pass the light through it, it doesn't allow any amount of light to pass through it. It completely stops the light from passing through it. So such materials which don't allow light to pass through them are called as opaque materials. O-P-A-Q-U-E, opaque materials. Now, there are certain things like butter paper or frosted glass. Okay, if you try to, or even colored glass also. If you try to, you use a torch and you pass light through them, only some amount of light pass through them. Means they allow a partial amount of light to, a part of light to pass through them and stop the remaining light. Anything which allows only a part of light to pass through them, okay, any object with any material which allows light to pass through them only partially, they are called as translucent. Means they are neither completely transparent nor completely opaque. Glass, completely transparent. Plywood, completely opaque. A frosted glass, a butter paper, or thin muslin cloth, okay, or colored glass, they are all translucent. Means they allow light to pass through them partially. Okay. Now it's time to answer some exercises. Answer yes or no. Edible oil completely mixes in water. No, oil doesn't mix in water. They are immiscible. Oxygen present in water is useful to aquatic animals. Yes, they breathe oxygen dissolved in water. An object that is denser than water will float on water. No, anything that is denser than water sinks to the bottom. Water is a universal solvent. Why is water called as universal solvent? Because majority of things, or so many things, dissolve in water. Okay, a number of solids, liquids and gases, a number of things dissolve in water. Okay, because a large number of things dissolve in water, water is called as universal solvent. What is called universal solvent? Water is called universal solvent. A soft material can cut a hard material. No, it is vice versa. Hard material can cut soft material. Methane is soluble in water. Sorry, it is wrong. Methane doesn't dissolve in water. It is insoluble. Wood possesses luster. No, wood is non-lustrous. Thank you.